Three, two, one. So how many Rand Pauls does it take to change a light bulb? Anyway, right now, Rand Paul complaining that he's getting a lot of hate on Twitter and Twitter's not doing anything about it, threatening the senator. So real quick, since that's a topic now, I have two things to say about that, Mr. Rand Paul. Number one, you go on TV and you constantly yell and scream to American people your opinion of what they should do, whether it's work, go to war, not go to war. It doesn't matter the issue. You go on TV and you dictate what your opinion is. So if you're going to give it, you have to expect it. Number one. Number two, people that do go on Twitter, there's one thing to criticize a person for his opinion. But when you start to get personal, you cross the line and you affect and hurt social media in general. And it's people like you who the big media use to hurt the little social media person. So there's two sides of that story. I have criticized Rand Paul online, but for his foreign policy weakness and the fact that the Republicans think that they're the only savior here for the Biden administration, that's just false. They're not the only option for the Biden catastrophe, what's happening. There's other options, and it's in the business market. It's going to be up to the business market in the next few years and what's going to happen. Number three, Rand Paul, you do not represent the Republican Party. You're a Trump Republican. What that means is the party has been split in half. And since the former president won't leave the party, half the supporters and half the people in government are bullying the other half and threatening the other half and blaming the other half by not joining them, that we are the part of the problem. And it's our fault. And that's why I compared the Trump phenomenon to Hamas and our country to Israel, because we're becoming like them. Both the Republican Party and the country are becoming like they are. So I'm going to get to the next topic. Rand, I'm not going to apologize for something that I didn't do, but I will apologize if you are a little sensitive that I did write on your board saying that you do not represent us Republicans. Now, you represent the Republicans that lost in the last election. That's fine. But until you're ready to move on and join the half that did not succumb to that Trumpism and Mark Levine blackmailing people to join or not join, we have an issue here, the party. And that's one of the reasons why you're getting this hate. Now, what I think is, Rand Paul, you've done a great job when it comes to questioning Dr. Fauci. Sometimes I think you went on my page and got the information also, but the information was available, and I think you're smart enough to have gotten the information on what was happening during the crisis. And I commend you on that. You were a lot better in the COVID emergency than when it comes to all foreign policies and this weakness of not kicking ass. Now we're getting our asses kicked. I understand the logic between not wanting to get involved in foreign wars, and I agree with you 100%. But when there's UN violations happening by the adversary, you have to do something. Because if you don't do anything, they're going to continue to profit on it, and we're going to be where we are today, where the adversary, and I'm not talking about China, I'm talking about Russia, has weapons of mass destruction on a bankrupt payroll. They live on natural gas and oil. I'm going to leave the take right there. I'm not going to apologize to Rand Paul because I didn't write any hate on his board, but I did write on his board that he does not represent all us Republicans. Like I said, I'm an independent, but I'm still a registered Republican. And I'm not sure if I'm going to even vote next semester because of what's happening with the former president. Look, if you want us to continue to participate in the election, the party needs to suck it up and find another candidate. And Rand, you had a chance to run. I'm not sure if you're still at Giuliani's 4% numbers in Iowa like in 2008, but Rand, you did a much better job in the national emergency than your foreign policy. And I'm just going to leave it right there. The policy of weakness is no longer sufficient. And because you guys weren't able to solve those issues lasted longer so you can go out and complain why we're doing or in foreign wars. You never gave us the bottom line of why we were really there in the first place. You guys continue to use the excuse that you bring over and over and over to your convenience in the media. And this is a huge issue because the party's either going to get taken over, bought out, dissolved, annexed, or you're going to continue the direction that you're going and you're going to lose. Even if you win, we lose. So I don't know what you guys think that you're going to go and put up another 4 years of I slowed down testing and admitted it and I said Kung flu while there's all this hate. Rand, if you're complaining about it, think about other people who are also complaining about it and see why the former president did not apologize in Tulsa or Arizona when he said Kung flu. Please. Stick up for yourself and stick up for the party. And please tell the former president to leave the party. I guarantee you, if you were to do that, the hate mail on your page would increase so much. And this is the dilemma that the party has. Donald Trump will not leave the party, so everyone in the middle is getting punched in between those 4 years. YouTube.com, Jamestown, California.